So students, so as we discussed the important truth that Thales gave. So the Thales, a famous Greek mathematician, Thales gave this important truth. Thales gave this important truth. So what is the truth? The ratio important truth. So what was the truth actually, students? What was the truth? The ratio of any two corresponding sides, the ratio of any two corresponding sides into equiangular triangles is always the same. Okay, now as I discussed in the last video also, if two equiangular triangles are there, this is ABC and this is PQR. Okay, this is ABC and PQR. Angle A and P are equal, and angle B and Q are equal, and angle C and R are equal. Okay, so if the corresponding angles are equal, then the ratio of the sides will be equal, isn't it? The ratio of any two corresponding sides, the ratio of any two corresponding sides in two equiangular triangles is always the same. Okay, that means the ratio of that means if you find out, suppose this is 6 and this is 9 and this is 4 and this is 8 and this is 5 and this is 10, like this. So AB by PQ, for example, AB by PQ will be 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. Again, same way BC by QR is also equal to 4 by 8, that is 1 by 2. And AC by PR, that is 5 by 10, that is also equal to 1 by 2. Okay, students. So you see AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. Now AB by PQ is equal to 1 by 2, BC by QR is equal to 1 by 2, and AC by PR also equal to 1 by 2. Therefore AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR is equal to AC by PR, isn't it? So the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal, isn't it? So now, actually this truth was said by Thales. This truth was given by Thales. You don't need to. That means what? If two triangles are there, listen carefully. If two triangles are there, ABC and PQR, if angle A is equal to P, angle B is equal to Q, and angle C is equal to R, then automatically I have given here example log 3, 6 I have written here, 4 and 8 I gave, 5 and 10 I gave. You don't need to see this thing. Okay, you don't need to find out this thing. Automatically this will become. If the angles are equal, if angle A is equal to P and angle B is equal to Q and angle C is equal to R, then you can automatically write this much. You don't need to find out these things. Without finding these three ratios also you can directly write this. Okay. So now, it is believed that he had used a result called the basic proportionality theorem for the same. Now, from which theorem he gave this truth? Okay, from which theorem? From basic proportionality theorem, or basic proportionality theorem is also called Thales theorem. Okay, So from he gave this truth he gave. Okay, so this statement that he gave, that is the important truth that we are talking about. This truth was given by Thales from the Thales theorem. Okay, from this theorem only he gave this statement. Understood? So students, then next let us prove the Thales theorem. Okay, let us see the proof of this theorem. So theorem 6.1. Okay, theorem 6.1. So what is the theorem, students? So prove that if a line is drawn, parallel to one side of a triangle, parallel to one side of a triangle, parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? Okay, what is the meaning of this statement that has been said? Prove that if a line is drawn parallel to, this theorem is also called, student, this theorem is also called Thales theorem. Okay, so this theorem is also called the Thales theorem. So this theorem is also called the Thales theorem. Okay, so now what is actually the statement saying to us? Prove that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, prove that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. That means if a triangle is there, okay, what we need to actually prove? See, so if a triangle is there, suppose ABC, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle like this, suppose DE, okay, suppose ABC is a triangle and DE parallel to BC is drawn. DE parallel to BC. But if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. That means if ABC is any triangle and DE is drawn parallel to BC, then AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. That means if DE is parallel to BC, then, okay, this is what we need to prove. If it is given to us that this line segment DE is parallel to BC, then we need to prove that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Okay, that means AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Is it okay? So let us then prove this. So students, let us consider a triangle ABC. PQ parallel to BC is drawn. PQ parallel to BC is drawn such that PQ intersects AB and AC at P and Q respectively. Okay. So to prove, students, to prove AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC. Okay. So construction So EM perpendicular to AQ, comma QN perpendicular to AP are drawn and BQ, CP, BQ and CP are joined. Okay, so let's see the proof, students. Area of triangle APQ by area of triangle BPQ. Area of triangle APQ by area of triangle BPQ is equal to half into base. Base is AP and height is QN, and BPQ, base is PB, AP by PB, base is PB and the height is QN. Half of cancel, cancel. Area of triangle APQ by area of triangle BPQ is equal to AP by PP. AP by PP, marking number 1. Okay. PG. Okay. Now area of triangle APQ by area of triangle CQP is equal to half into AQ into AQ into PM, and CQ happens to base is QC into PM. So this cancel, and this cancel. Area of triangle APQ by area of triangle CQP is equal to AQ by QC. Article number 2. Now we know that if two triangles lie on the same base and between the same pair of parallel lines, then their areas are equal. So therefore area of triangle BPQ is equal to area of triangle CQP. BPQ divided by area of triangle APQ. The triangle APQ. So area of triangle CQP, area of triangle APQ. Now both sides will reverse now. We'll reverse both sides. Then this side also and this side also will reverse the terms. Okay. So area of triangle APQ by area of triangle EPQ. Area of triangle APQ by area of triangle CQP. Okay. APQ by BPQ. APQ by BPQ is equal to what? APQ by APQ by CQP is how much? AQ by C. 1 and 2. So students, let us see this sum. So prove that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, prove that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, so this theorem is also called Thales theorem. Okay, we were talking about that important truth. Now that important truth has been derived from this theorem only. Okay, so let us see this theorem, students. So let us consider a triangle ABC. Listen carefully. Let us consider a triangle ABC. Okay, PQ parallel to BC is drawn. Such that PQ intersects AB at P and AC at Q, respectively. Okay. We need to prove. What do we need to prove, students? AP by PB is equal to, see here, AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC. We need to prove. So for that we need to do construction. What is the construction? PM perpendicular to AC. See here, PM, this line segment you see, PM is drawn perpendicular to AC. From here, from the point P, PM is drawn perpendicular to AC. After that, QN is drawn perpendicular to AB. After that, CP and BQ. This BQ is joined and CP is also joined. Okay. So now you see, now we are finding out area of triangle APQ by area of triangle BPQ. First I wrote above area of triangle APQ, area of triangle APQ and below area of triangle BPQ. See here, area of triangle APQ, students. Area of triangle APQ. Okay. So this triangle's area we need to find out. Area of triangle APQ. This is my small triangle. Okay. So now for finding out this triangle, we will take AP as the base. So if AP is the base, see this triangle. If AP is the base, so what is the area of a triangle? Area of a triangle formula. This is a triangle. This is this lower part is the base, and this is called the height, isn't it? Area of triangle. How do you find out? Half into base into height. You all remember area of a triangle. To find out the area of a triangle, what is the formula? Half into base into height. So height is the perpendicular distance from the vertex to the opposite side, isn't it? So now you see area of triangle APQ. We are talking about area of triangle APQ. So I am taking AP as the base. So I wrote half into AP. See here, area of triangle APQ. I am finding out area of triangle APQ. See here, area of triangle APQ. Okay. So half into base. What is the base, students? What is the base? AP. So half into AP I wrote. And what is the height? QN. So I wrote here QN. Okay. And below area of triangle BPQ. Area of triangle BPQ. For BPQ I wrote half into base. What is the base? PB. PB is the base and height is what? QN. So all of you are thinking QN line is outside this triangle, isn't it? I am talking about triangle BPQ. See? I am talking about the triangle BPQ. So QN is outside this triangle. So if QN is outside the triangle, then how can it become the height? So now I will show you something. See here, students. So if you consider an obtuse angle triangle, okay. So suppose this is the obtuse angle triangle BPQ. Okay. Now from the point Q, if I draw a perpendicular, this perpendicular will go outside the triangle, isn't it? See carefully. From the point Q, if I draw a perpendicular, then this perpendicular will not fall on this base, isn't it? It will come outside the triangle, isn't it? So therefore, area of triangle APQ, see, area of triangle APQ I wrote half into AP. AP is the base, isn't it? Half into AP is the base, and which is the height? QN into QN around. And area of triangle BPQ, you see, half into base. What is the base, students? BP or PB. Same thing only, isn't it? Half into PB I wrote. Into what is the height? QN. So I wrote here QN. So QN and QN is cancelled, and half and half is cancelled. Did you understand? This triangle you see, BPQ, the height is outside, isn't it? So half and half is cancelled, QN and QN is cancelled. So the answer will be AP by PB. So area of triangle APQ by area of triangle BPQ is equal to AP by PB. Next again, I will consider area of triangle APQ and area of triangle CQP. See carefully. Area of triangle APQ, friends. Area of triangle APQ, if you find out, this time again area of triangle APQ, and we will consider AQ as the base. So if you consider AQ as the base, what will be the height? PM, isn't it? Last time we considered, in the last part we considered AP as the base. If you consider AP as the base, then Q1 will be the height. And if you consider AQ as the base, see here, if you consider AQ as the base, then what will be the height? PM. So therefore I wrote half into AQ into PM. I wrote. And area of triangle CQP, will be half into base into height once more. What is the base, students? QC. Half into QC. This is the key. QC, isn't it? QC is the base, and what will be the height? PM. Once again I am telling you, this is what obtuse angle triangle. No, just look at this triangle. Just look at only this triangle. This one. CQP. This is an obtuse angle triangle, isn't it? So CQP. See here. So CQP is like CQP. P, isn't it? Now, if I draw one perpendicular from this point P, if I draw a perpendicular like this, so the perpendicular, if I draw a perpendicular from the point P, if I draw a perpendicular, the perpendicular will not fall in this QC, isn't it? Will the perpendicular fall on CQ? No, it will fall outside the triangle, isn't it? It will meet CQ extended at the point M. Here you see, from this point, if you draw one perpendicular for this triangle, I am considering CQP. Okay. If you want to find out the area of CQP, then base will be taken what? Base will be QC, half into QC rod. But height will be what? Height will be perpendicular distance, isn't it? But from the point P, if you draw a perpendicular, the perpendicular will go outside the triangle like this, isn't it? Therefore, I wrote here PM. So half cancel, PM cancel. So it will be area of triangle APQ by area of triangle CQP is equal to AQ by QC. Okay. Now we know that if two triangles lie on the same base and between the same pair of parallel lines, then their areas are equal. Because remember, if two triangles, last year in class 9 we got, if two triangles lie on the same base, like this, see, did we get this? If two triangles lie on the same base, suppose this is BC, this is P and this is Q. So if two triangles lie on the same base and between the same pair of parallel lines, then their areas will be equal, isn't it? So now you see this triangle BPQ, BPQ triangle you see. Okay, see the triangle BPQ, this one. BPQ. What is the base? PQ, isn't it? Now you see BPQ, students. BPQ. What is the base? PQ. Isn't it? BPQ. Consider the triangle BPQ. BPQ. What is the base? PQ. CQP. What is the base? PQ. And both the triangles lie between the same pair of parallel lines. One is PQ and the other one is BC. Isn't it? Both the triangles you see BPQ and CQP. Both the triangles lie on the same base PQ. And both the triangles lie between the same pair of parallel lines. One is PQ and the other one is BC. So therefore their areas will be equal, no? So therefore area of BPQ is equal to area of CQP. I can write, no? Area of BPQ is equal to area of CQP. Now what I did is, students, next what I did is I divided both sides by area of triangle APQ. Okay. On both sides I am dividing the both sides, here also and here on the other side also. On the both sides I am dividing by area of APQ. So here also I am dividing by APQ, here also I am dividing by area of APQ. Okay, see carefully. Area of APQ on the both sides of the equation. Once I got, so because both the triangles BPQ and CQP, both the triangles lie on the same base PQ and with the same pair of parallel lines PQ and BC. Therefore, area of BPQ and area of CQP will be equal. Now next what I did is I divided both sides by area of triangle APQ. Next I reversed both sides. Both sides I am reversing. If I reverse on this side, then APQ will go up and BPQ will come down. If I reverse this side, then APQ will come up and CQP will come down, isn't it? Now area of APQ by area of BPQ this side and area of APQ by area of CQP. Now area of APQ by area of BPQ means what? Area of APQ by area of BPQ means AP by PB, right here AP by PB. And area of APQ by area of CQP, area of APQ by area of CQP means what? Area of APQ divided by area of triangle CQP means AQ by QC, right here AQ by QC from 1 and 2. So see, proved now. So because PQ and BC are parallel, now we are able to prove that AP by PB, if in a triangle ABC PQ is parallel to BC, then AP by PB is equal to AQ by QC. Is it okay? Okay.